It's homework time. So jot down your name at the top of your homework. That's my name. And today's date. Today. You write the actual date though. So for number 1 here, we need to rewrite the following numbers, including commas, where appropriate. So look at A. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, if you think about each of these, the 1 is in the ones place, the 2 is in the tens place, the 3 is in the hundreds place, and the 4 is in the thousands place. So we know that the comma comes between the hundreds and thousands place, between the 3 and the 4. In fact, we know that every 3 places you have a comma. So we would write this in standard form with the comma as 4,000. And where we say 1,000 there, notice that's where the comma goes. We'll come back to that. 321. And then we have something similar for B, except we go out to the 10,000s place with this digit 5. And so the comma will, of course, go in the very same place. That's right. That 10,000s doesn't really change anything for us here. So we have 54, comma, 1,000. Notice I'm saying the place where I am when I place that comma. 54,321. Notice, by the way, there's no and anywhere in there. And means something when you're reading a number in mathematics. We use it all the time. You'll read it, you'll say it, you'll hear it. Your teacher will say it, your mom will say it. It's okay. But when we're being particular in mathematics, we only say and when we mean and there's no and in that number. So let's look at this one. 6 is in the ones, 6 is in the 2, 4 is in the hundreds. Then our comma will go between hundreds and thousands. We have another digit 4 in the thousands, 2 in the 10,000s, 2 in the 100,000s. And so we'd read those first 3 digits there, the 224, and then we say 1,000, that's where we place our comma, 224,466. Again, notice no and. Now this number looks similar. They're trying to give us optical illusions here, but we have another 2 here that takes us out to the millions place. I'm just going to draw a little arrow to that and put an M. That takes us out to the millions place. So we have ones, tens, hundreds. We'll be placing a comma. Thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. Placing a comma. We go to the millions. So you see every 3 place values we place a comma. So we're going to start off with the 2 million. Notice I'm saying again the place where I am when I place that comma. 2,224,000, place the comma, 466. And in this last one, they are really messing with us, are they not? Oh my goodness. So I'm going to put just a little half arrow there where I know a comma goes. Ones, tens, hundreds, comma. Thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, between these 2 zeros, I know I need a comma. Millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, between these 2 zeros here, I will need a comma. And then billions, 10 billions. And it looks like binary code, computer digit tree. So now I know that that 1, the very first one reading from the left, is in the 10 billions place. So I can say with confidence 10 billion. Notice I place a comma where I'm saying the place. And then I have 0, 1, 0, right? And when you look at that, you'd say 10 million, place the comma, and then I have 0, 1, 1, looking at the next 3 places, and I'd read that as 11,000, that's where my comma goes. I have 0, 0, 1, which I would simply read as 1. So once again, the whole number is, and notice every time I say a place, billions, millions, thousands, that's where the comma is. 10 billion, 10 million, 11,001. Ooh, what a number. All right, so that's number 1. All right, let's hit number 2 now. So our instructions are to solve each expression. Record your answer in standard form. And standard form is just the usual way of writing numbers, the standard way, the usual way. So our expression here to start with is 4 tens and 6 tens. Well, so that would be 4 tens, a 4 in the tens place, its value is, that's right, 40. And 6 tens. So we have 6 in the tens place, its value is, there you go, 60. And of course, when you put these together, what is our single number in standard form? 40 and 60. 4 tens and 6 tens would be 10 tens. 10 tens is equal to 100. There we go. Now look at the next one. We have 8 hundreds plus 2 hundreds. Well, 8 in the hundreds place, its value is, that's right, 800. And a 2 in the hundreds place, its value is, right again, 200. Now the two of them together will give you 10 hundreds, right? 8 hippos and 2 hippos is 10 hippos. 8 hundreds and 2 hundreds is 10 hundreds. So how do we write 10 hundreds in standard form? Well, it would be 10 hundreds. 100, 200, 300, 400. You can do it that way, and you'll get from 900 to 1,000. 1,000. And do not forget, because that's a part of what we're learning here, that comma where you say thousand. 1,000. And now we have 5 thousands plus 7 thousands. So 5 in the thousands place, its value is, you got it, 5,000. So we say 5,000, that's where the comma goes, where we say thousand. And 7 thousands. 7 in the thousands place, its value is, you got it, 7,000. There are, you see, just to point out, no ones, tens, or hundreds, just 7,000. And so instead of thousands, think of things. 5 thousands plus 7 thousands. We could think of 5 things and 7 things. 12 things, 12 thousands. 12, and where we say thousand, that's where we place our comma. No hundreds, no tens, no ones. 12,000. And you always want to ask yourself, does my answer make sense? And so when you look at that 12,000, you have 3 places where there's a comma. If you wrote something like 12, 00, just 200, you'd say something doesn't look right. Okay, so always ask yourself that most beautiful of math questions, does this make sense? Well, that's number 2. And number 3, let's read number 3. Represent each addend. Addends are the numbers you're adding, right? Represent each addend with place value disks in the place value chart. Show the composition of larger units from 10 smaller units. Write the sum in standard form. Hey, no problem, we can do this. Okay, so we're adding 2 thousands plus 12 hundreds. All right, so those are our addends. Let's start by drawing 2,000. So 1, 2 thousands. And then we have 12 hundreds. And so I know 10 is kind of my magic number here. So this is how I'm going to draw these 12 hundreds. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and over here I'll do 11, 12. Okay, so now these 10 hundreds, yeah, we know this stuff, right? These 10 hundreds equal 1,000, right? 10 hundreds, 100, 200, 300, 400, up to 800, 900, 1,000. So this is 1,000. And so this will be regrouped over here. We're not doing any kind of times 10. Notice I didn't write times 10 there. I am circling these 10 hundreds because they are equal to 1,000. In fact, over this arrow, if you like, you can even write equals 1,000. And I will put it right here where I'm bringing it over. It's a part of these thousands, though, right? And then we still have the 200s here. And so what do we have here? So what do I have now in the thousands place? I'm going to write the digits down here so I can keep track of what I'm doing. I have 3,000s, right? 1, 2, and this regrouped 3,000s. And then still over here I have 200s. Notice the ones I've circled, of course, I've regrouped those over to thousands. I'm not going to count them again. Okay, so I have 200s, and of course 0 10s and 0 1s. So 3,000s, 200s, and writing that in standard form, 3,000. I place the comma where I'm saying 1,000. 3,200. We did it. Look at that, number 3, done. 3A anyway. All right, 3B, 3B, 3B. Same thing. 14 10,000s plus 12 thousands. So again, I'm going to be smart about the way I draw these because I know I'm going to have some regrouping going on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 10,000s, there they are, and then 12,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11, 12,000. So I have 14 10,000s. You always stop, double check yourself. 14 10,000s, yes, plus 12,000s, yes. Okay, so the 10 10,000s place value chart makes it so easy to see, doesn't it? We have 10 10,000s. That's equal to, that's right, 100,000. Again, I'm going to write that little equal sign. So remember, we're not multiplying by 10 or anything here. We're regrouping these. We have 10 10,000s. That's 100,000. And then these thousands. We have 10 thousands. And just even the way I say that, 10 thousands, shows you that that is equal to 10,000. There's our arrow, and it equals 10,000. So now I like to take a moment and make sure everything makes sense. 100,000, yep, I regrouped from over here. Yep, so 100,000. And then 10,000s, these 10 were regrouped, so I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one I brought over, so 5 10,000s. These 10,000, these thousands rather, I regrouped over to 10,000, so I just have the 2 remaining there. And I know, I'll just kind of give you a sneak preview, this is where the comma goes, right? Between thousands and hundreds. And no hundreds, no tens, no ones. And that makes it oh so easy to write my answer, which is 152, here comes the comma, thousand. And that's all I say, 152,000. All right, 3B is done. And here comes number 4, 4A. Our instructions for 4 are use digits or dis. Oh, we get to use digits. I don't have to draw those little circles now. Good. On the place value chart to represent the following equations, write the product in standard form. So make sure we understand when it says use digits or dis, it means digits meaning numbers, just numbers, and dis are drawn to little circles. This is our place value chart by the following equations. Well, here's the first equation, 10 times 5,000. When it says write the product, product is what you get when you multiply, right? So, and in standard form means as a regular old number, the way we normally write numbers. So let's look at this. 10 times 5,000. Now I could go and draw 5 happy little circles here, but I'm going to draw a much little happier number 5. Yes! And now I'm multiplying by 10. Look at that. Just ride the times 10 slide. And notice I'm writing times 10 here to make it clear that I'm not regrouping or doing something else. I'm multiplying this 5,000s by 10. And so those 5,000s multiplied by 10 are 5 10,000s. So I'm going to write the product in standard form before I go into the next little question there. So 5 10,000s. So 5 in the 10,000s place, 0 thousands, comma, 0 hundreds, 0 tens, 0 ones, and I would read this, of course, as 50,000. And that answers the next question. How many thousands are in the answer? Well, how many thousands are there? 50,000 is our number. There are 50 thousands. And if we wanted to really see this out, we could have drawn the discs. We could have drawn 5 discs and then multiplied by 10 and drawn 5 columns of 10 discs, and we would have had actually 50 thousands, circled them all and regrouped them over to the 10,000s place. But it's nice to be smart because you can take little shortcuts like this. So how many thousands are in the answer? There are 50 thousands. 4A, done. 4B, yes, 4B, here we go. Now in this one, we see something a little different. We have these parentheses, curved lines here, that you use when you're making old school smiley emoticons. Those just simply group things together. So whenever you see parentheses in mathematics or in regular writing, it's saying, hey, these are this little thought, these numbers, whatever's in here, these things go together in a certain way. And so in the certain way in this case is that they comprise one number. So 4 10,000s, 4 thousands. So that's one number, and we'll be multiplying by 10 again. Hey, we got this. Because we're so smart, we can just write 4 10,000s. And we can write, yes, 4 thousands. And both of these are going to, say it? That's right, ride the times 10 slide. Times 10. And you have to write that times 10 because otherwise it looks like you might be doing something else. And so that gives me now a 4 over here in the 100,000s, and I'm writing it down slightly so you can see, that it's another number here, and then the 4 in the 10,000s that came over. So now my number is, I have a 4 in the 100,000s, 4 in the 10,000s, and I'll just write in here so you can see what I'm talking about. There's no thousands, no hundreds, no tens, no ones, and you might be saying, Mr. McGrath, you've lost your mind. There are 4 thousands. No, we multiplied those by 10. There are 10,000s now. There's no thousands. Come on. All right, so our number is 440000. We know our happy little Mr. Friend, the comma, comes there between the thousands and hundreds place. Every 3 places, right? We place a comma to make it so our heads don't get scrambled reading numbers. Helps a lot, doesn't it? So in standard form, our number is 440,000. When I say 1,000, I write that comma. When I write the comma, I say 1,000. 440,000. And that's all I say. I don't say anything for these zeros. So how many thousands are in the zero? How many thousands are in the zero? Notice it's not asking how many 10,000s or how many 100,000s. It's asking how many thousands. I'm going to say the number again, and then you can tell me how many thousands are in the answer. 440,000. Yeah, there's 440 thousands, just like we say when we say the number. There are 440 thousands. 4B, done. Okay, 4C, getting there, almost done. All right, similar one here, just there's 3 parts to this, and then one of them's a little tricky. Okay, so in the parentheses I'm saying we have 3 parts to our number: 27,000s, 300s, 5 ones, and we're multiplying that by 10. Okay, well, we can stick, believe it or not, with writing the digits, because watch the miracle of mathematics. I have 27 thousands, right? 3 hundreds. Oh, no tens. Ooh, that was close. That's an easy mistake to make. 5 ones. Okay. So now with these 27 thousands, what I can do here is I can regroup the 20 in the 27 thousands, because if you think about it, that is, yeah, already kind of over here. That's 20 thousands. So I'm just going to regroup that to start with, even before I multiply by 10. And now let me get another color here so everything's all clear what we're doing. And so now I can go ahead and multiply by 10. And there are other ways of doing this. We could have done that step later. But so now these two 10,000s, I can multiply by 10. They will ride the times 10 slide up to the 100,000s place. The 7,000s will ride the times 10 slide up to the 10,000s place. These hundreds, I'm multiplying by 10, that's right, we'll ride the times 10 slide up to the thousands place. And, ooh, we got no tens there. And these ones, because I'm multiplying the whole thing by 10, the whole expression by 10, will ride the times 10 slide up to the tens place. And so the number is practically written here. I just have to note here to help me out that, hey, I have no hundreds, and I have no ones, right? So now it's already in standard form, 2, 7, 3. I know my comma goes there between thousands and hundreds, right? 0, 5, 0. And to read this as a number, when we hit that comma, we're going to say 1,000. So try it with me. 273,050. Notice there's no and there. So how many thousands are in your answer? How many thousands are in the answer? Say the number again. You'll hear what you should write there. 273,000. I just said it. There are 273 thousands in 273,050. 4C, laid to rest. Love me some word problems. Number 5, because you know what? Life is just one big word problem. Number 5, a large grocery store received an order of 2,000 apples. A neighboring school received an order of 20 boxes of apples with 100 apples in each. Use dis on a place value chart to compare the number of apples received by the school and the number of apples received by the grocery store. And when we say compare, I want to make clear we're talking about less than, greater than, equal to. All right, so let's do a little place value chart here. Let's take it up to say, because we know we have 2,000 apples, let's take it up to 10,000 on our place value chart, and hopefully that will be adequate to the task. And so this is the ones place. Oh yeah, that's right, because we're smart, we can take a little shortcut. Tens place, hundreds place, and here's how I abbreviate thousands with a TH. And then we have 10,000s, which I do T space TH, 10,000s. Okay, so the grocery store received an order of how many apples? That's right, 2,000 apples. So I'm going to do those in green. They got green apples. Haha, not really, I'm just kidding. Okay, but 2,000 apples, there they are. And then how about the school? Well, the school is not so simple, but we can figure it out. The school got 20 boxes with 100 apples in each. Wow, that's something, huh? What are we going to do with that? Well, there are many ways we could do this. Let's try it one way. 20 boxes with 100 apples in each. So one way to approach this is to say, okay, well 20 is 2 tens, So there's my 2 boxes of apples. And then to have 100 apples in each box, 100 apples in each box, well, 100 is like multiplying by 10 twice, isn't it? Times 10, boom, boom, times 10, boom, boom. So what I'm saying in purple here, I'm saying that 20 boxes with 100 in each is indeed 2,000 apples. That makes sense. 20 boxes, 100. If I were to skip count by 100 20 times, I could do that, right? What would I end up with? Well, 100, 200, 300, 400, blah, 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 up to 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300, up to 2,000. So yes, indeed, 20 boxes with 10 apples in each is 2,000. And so now we see, to write our comparison, let's get fancy and switch colors again, shall we? Let's just go to basic black. So now we see that we have 2,000 apples for the grocery store, and we have, yes, my little friends, 2,000 apples for the school. Ha ha, they almost fooled you, but you're too smart. You see that they are, yes, indeed, equal. And so we've read carefully, we drew this place value chart, we've written our math, and now we'll just write a statement. We will say the store and school have an equal number of snozberries. No, just kidding. Apples. The store and the school have an equal number of apples. And you ask yourself, does my answer make sense? Well, when you look back over it, 20 boxes, 100 each, yes, everything checks out. And you are done with your homework. Go fly a kite, kid.